everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Emma of Emma's Stitches, coming to you today from West Yorkshire. Very rainy day. Nice to see you all, nice to be back. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments on my last Flosstube. It was brilliant. I loved it. I loved talking to you all. Loved hearing what you loved about what I'm stitching. I really enjoyed all the comments, and thank you so much. So hopefully you'll enjoy a second one. I did ask my husband if he'd watched it. I said, have you had a look? I've put one on today. And he went, okay, yeah, let's have a look then. Emma Shepherd, he searched, and up came Emma Shepherd behind the scenes on Kiss My Fat Believe. It's like, no, that's not me. And then it was closely followed by incredible transformation on divorcing husband. So whatever you do, don't search for me by Emma Shepherd. I am Emma's Stitches. That's someone else entirely. I apologise for talking quietly last time. I think I thought that if I just talked quiet enough I might just disappear and nobody would be able to see me. So I've got my microphone in a better place, and hopefully you can just turn me down if I'm too loud this time. I would also like to say a very big shout out to Johnny Saxon. He is one of my very favourite Flosstubers and was kind enough to shout me out, which he didn't have to do. He is in Sydney, Australia, and I love watching what he stitches. He's a lovely character, really easy to watch, chats about lots of things, lots of different tangents that could appeal to all sorts of different people. Obviously it's nice to see a male stitcher, and so yeah, go and give him a look. And Johnny, I need to come and live with you now we're into the autumn and winter here, because I can't do northern hemisphere. I need to come and join you in the southern hemisphere. And also big shout out to Jan, Jan Holder, who is Hoop It Up with Jan. She gave me a shout out. She's only just started her Flosstube as well, but she's done a few now quite quickly. She's stitching loads of good things. Really exciting to see all the different patterns that everyone does. So another good one if you want to have a look. Thanks very much, Jan, for the shout out, and Johnny, you both got me some extra viewers, so that was very lovely of you. If you leave a comment, I'd love it if you put your Instagram handle on your comment, then I can have a look at what you're stitching as well, because I really, I love to see what everyone's doing, and it'd be lovely to match up a name on YouTube to some pictures on Instagram if you've got one. So do that if anyone comments, or if you remember. Okay, so I've got a really small window today to do this. It is now 3:20. I've not got too much longer before one of my teenage rugrats will want to come in the kitchen for food, snacks, either in for something. As it's half term here in England, this is our second week of half term. Mine get 2 weeks. So I've got one on the computer in the other room and one's upstairs. We've been to the hairdressers, I've got jobs done, and now this is my little window. So I've got to crack on, be efficient and be done, ready to upload. Otherwise all the lovely Halloween paraphernalia will all be for nothing if it doesn't get uploaded today. So happy Halloween, everybody. So I've got loads of good things to share. Firstly was the No Bam retreat. Not last weekend, the weekend before. Absolutely fantastic, organised by Zarina of Hawkins Hobbies. Been going for quite a few years. Very popular. About 40 people can go. She has 3 a year and a Bella Filipina separate. So No Bam is not only but also Mirabilia. So there's one in March, June, October, something like that. April, June, October. I went to my first one in June. I got a last minute spot. and I really enjoyed it. I just got there late on Friday night, so just had Saturday and came on the train Sunday tea time. So that was good, short and sweet. But this one, the October one, was one I was always booked on, so I was going down from the Thursday night this time, make a full weekend of it. I didn't fancy travelling on the train again. I'm not very confident driving. Obviously, I used to be, but like everything, as you get older, it's like your confidence disappears down the drain. So I was a little reticent to drive because it's in Northampton, which is about 2 hours 40 from here, which is way further than I like to drive. But I also didn't want to go on the train because then you're humping and dumping Lowry stand, suitcase, stitching. It was really hard work last time because it was like 3 trains, so chopping and changing, and it's a bit of a bum fight at Birmingham. It wasn't very appealing. Somebody sat in your seat and then somebody else is kicking off because they won't move out of another seat. I didn't like it. Not for me, really. So, and then with it being autumn and all the bugs are around again and COVID's rearing its ugly head again, isn't it? I thought, I don't want to be sat on a train. So we were going to exchange my husband's car, trade that in for something better, and I thought I'd go for something little. I got a little Toyota Yaris hybrid. Just a bit more my scene now, as my age is creeping up. Something smaller, something easy, automatic. So I got the cruise control on and made my way down to Northampton on the Thursday afternoon, which was fine. Did much better than I thought. Had a great time at Nobam. 2 people immediately came up to me and went, "Oh, I've seen you on Flosstube." So I was like, "Oh, that's a bit strange, a bit nice." It was lovely, nice to have like an icebreaker with those couple of people, and then got sat with my table mates on the Friday morning. Did a bit of stitching in the bar on Thursday night, and like a first chat and dinner and stuff. And I was sat on a table with Gabriella, Gabri Stitches on Instagram. She was really nice. Also Sarah and Vicky Smith, twins, who've been going for a long time. They do loads of stitching. And another lady called Shirin, Taxi Stitcher on Instagram, and Rachel, not really on there. So I'd made some lovely table mates, and we had great chat. I managed to do a really good amount of chatting and stitching. There was also, Lauren was there, Cross Stitch Bunny, so that was nice to meet her. Teresa Little Stitcher was supposed to be going, but unfortunately tested positive for COVID and thought it better to stay away, being considerate of other people, even though there's no rules and regulations anymore. So that was a shame, didn't get to meet her. And Lauren also did a little Flosstube walk around of the retreat, if you want to see what it was like in the room, what other people were stitching, the brag table, with lots of beautiful pieces of stitched work on there. I mean, just, it's mind-boggling every time you see a chatelaine, you see these huge mirabilias, and then I plonked on my little Halloween bag as well. It's quite embarrassing. I might as well just put it on. So that was my contribution. Never finished a mirabilia, so I couldn't contribute one of those. But anyway, it's all good, isn't it? It doesn't matter. So yeah. So what those are the best bits about retreat. So have a look at Lauren's Flosstube and you can get a measure of the room and what was going on and what the hotel was like and stuff. And then the only thing I don't like about retreats is when your social battery starts to drain. You're like, oh, just need a bit of quiet for a bit, and you just retreat to your room and have 15 minutes just to. Sometimes the room is all chatty and noisy, and everyone's having a great time. And then other times it does go quiet, and suddenly everybody's just concentrating on the stitching. But it's a long time, isn't it? From Thursday night through to Sunday. What time did I leave? I left at about 3, I think. So yeah, that's a long time for me, especially. I mean, most of us, I think, we're used to stitching alone, aren't we? So then suddenly have 3 full-on days. It's not surprising, really, is it? I don't think I was the only one. Or if I am, I'm maybe just grumpy. I don't know. So that was the retreat. I also received a mystery box while I was at the retreat. Serena does an exchange, and you can participate if you want to. Buy some things for a mystery box, follow a brief, and you give a box and you get a box as well. So I did a box, and I also received a box, which I'll show you after. And immediately after the retreat, we were lucky enough to have my sister come and look after the children, so me and my husband could get away for a few days. So I literally had 3 nights in Northampton, home for 1 night, and then we went off to a place called Holy Island, which is just off the northeast coast of England. It's lovely, tiny little island, just as it sounds. There's a causeway which gets cut off twice a day, so when you're on, you can't get off. And if you're not on in time, you can't get on. It's fascinating, really cosy, it really feels lovely. Great place. It's where the Lindisfarne Priory is. It's where the Vikings first came over to England and slaughtered the monks. So a little bit spooky there. I think I might have had an experience with a ghost. I won't talk about that. It definitely wasn't my husband. It was okay, I'll leave that one. So we had a lovely time. So I'll put a couple of pictures in of where it was, and get to have a little look. My favourite bit was going to visit Lindisfarne Castle. Lots of history there. Tales of parties and a love triangle, and just really good stories there. Anyway, so hopefully I've put pictures up while I've been chatting, so you've got something else to look at than my face. Okay, so then on to what I've been stitching. So here we go. I have a finish, which I'm very proud to say. And it is my Dimensions jar. My first Dimensions Christmas jar. You can see that, okay? And look how cute it looks on its little, put it there in the light. It's very dull and dark here. Okay. And beads instead of French knots. And I've added extra beads on the holly berries because I thought that would look nice. I have backed it with white felt. I added a little charm at the bottom, 2023 on it, and got the wire in. So well chuffed with that. That's cute, isn't it? So this is from the Dimensions Jar Ornaments Kit, 2017 kit, stitched on plastic canvas, 14 count. So those are the 4. I think I'm going to go for this one next, the little reindeer. So I had somebody message me, leave a comment on Instagram that said she'd also just done one. So I said, sure, well, shall we do the second one together? So she's called Emily, Stitching from Gnome Cottage. If you don't follow her, go and have a look. And we're going to start our second jar tomorrow, 1st of November. We'll see if we can get a second one done for Christmas. No pressure. Let's see how it goes. It'd be nice to stitch it with somebody else. So if anyone's got the same kit, wants to do a jar with us and start tomorrow, feel free. 1st of November or whenever. I'll put a couple of hashtags down here, what we'll use, and let's give it a go, see if we can get one done. Another one done, then that'd be good, wouldn't it? 50% done. Okay, so, and next is new starts. Here we go. I'm not someone that overly worries about number of whips to a point. I mean, I think it's a bit silly to have 200, maybe. I don't know, because it depends on the kind of person you are, doesn't it? Everyone's different. I sort of feel if you want to start something, just start it. Life's too short. I know that for sure. I've got loads of projects kitted up that I would really like to start. So sometimes I'm in the mood and I think, well, let's just start them. Doesn't matter if you have got no concept of an end date. And then other times I think, no, let's just concentrate on what I've got because I really want to do this one and I really want to do that one. And so this last couple of weeks has sort of been let's just start things. A neighbour of ours died. Lovely man, and he was 90. He'd had a lovely long life. His wife had died a couple of years earlier. Don, he was called, really lovely. But it doesn't take much, does it? And you think, you're here one day, you're not here the next. And so let's just start the starts you want to start. So that's what I've done. So my first start at the retreat, I started on the Saturday evening and just did a little bit more on the Sunday morning, is Capricorn by Nora Corbett. Look how pretty she is. Very pretty. Not too big at all. How big is she? So she's only 84 by 141 stitches. She has got 14 DMCs, 1 blend, 3 Karen water lilies, 1 Krynic, and 6 Mill Hill beads. So yeah, she's very, very pretty. Obviously, I'm starting her because I'm a Capricorn and it's my birthday in January. So I would like to have her finished by my birthday so I can put her up. So that is my aim with her, which I think is achievable. And here is my start. So, if you've seen, oh no, see, I'm not as organised as I was last time. And the light is horrid. Can you see? So that is her neck and a bit of her earring. There'll be loads of beads in that earring. See what I've done. I'm stitching her on Permin linen mocha, 32 count, and so there we go. I've got how many weeks? 10 weeks or something like 10 weeks to get her done. We'll see. But she's lovely. So she was my retreat start. So it's always nice to have a retreat start, isn't it? And then I saw in Just Cross Stitch. I get Just Cross Stitch from the library, so I just get a digital copy. So this one came out December 2023, and in there was The Snuggle is Real, a Rendale design, Hannadale, converted into a pattern for Just Cross Stitch. So, I mean, that is just too cute. I mean, I'm not a cat person, but it's like, well, that's cute. And it's also not too big. I've written that down. It is 69 by 120 stitches. So 2 like mediums that I've started there. I shall show you what I have done. Snuggle is real. So that's the top of the slipper. You can see that, okay. And it's on, I'm doing that one on the special Rendale speckle even weave. So what you could do, you could send off, when the magazine came out, you could send off for the kit from Bothy. So they would give you the threads and the fabric of your choice, because you can have Ada or even weave in the speckle. They have now released it as a full kit from Bothy. And sometime in the next few weeks it'll be going to other retailers. So, however, you can only, as far as I can see, you can only get it with Ada from other retailers. You can only get the even weave, the special speckle even weave, directly from Bothy, however you say it. So I don't like to use Ada. So I shall insert a picture of what the threads look like. A total tangle nightmare, and it's just slightly too long as well for me. So I've reorganised my threads and popped them all on. Cute little thread holder from Pip and Chip. So we've got the lovely slipper and the colours of the kitten. And I've just labelled up on the back with the symbols, because the other confusing part is this skein, which says these are the symbols on the threads, and you've got to use that chart to correlate with the symbols on the chart from Just Cross Stitch. So I was like, mind blown, couldn't do that. So I'd very carefully transferred everything off the card onto my thread. So because I'm working from the chart and Just Cross Stitch, those symbols match that. That's a recipe for disaster, that, isn't it? Double symbols for everything. It's like, no, I can't do that. Can't compute that. So one thing to be aware of, if you're getting the threads from Bothy, if you get the kit from Bothy, I'm guessing you'll be getting the Bothy chart, so that will be more straightforward. And if you're not getting the threads from Bothy, there's conversions in Just Cross Stitch for DMC, Sullivan's, Anchor and Madeira. So then you can just work from the symbols on the magazine. Yeah, that makes sense. So if I manage to keep myself on track, keep my head straight when I'm stitching that one, I will have a little kitten. So 2 new starts. I think I might be being a bit waffly. I also, at the same time, when I ordered the kit from Bothy, I ordered that one as a companion, because I thought those two side by side, I mean, can't argue with that, can you? So that's my plan. That I got as a kit with the even weave in, and then I don't know if you've seen World of Cross Stitching. So last year there was these patterns in with the 2023 calendar, which are all Rendales, and then this year they've done another one, because I think that proved really popular, and there's all those patterns with the 2024 calendar. So I really, really like the robin and the stag. So my plan is to stitch both of those as well. I don't know when. But, so what you can do from Bothy is get more, just pieces of fabric. So I've just got some more speckled even weave. So I've got the patterns in the calendar, I've got the fabric in there separately. I can kit the DMCs myself. Normally both they don't show DMC conversions, but obviously for Cross Stitch, World of Cross Stitch magazine, they have done DMC, Anchor and Madeira, so you can kit it up however you like. So that's those, cute, aren't they? So that takes my whips up to 17, because even though I've had that finish, it's only a 25% finish. So there you go. Okay, what's next? New starts, and 2 whips that I've worked on. First one is my Halloween letters by Primrose Cottage Stitches, and I have got up to there. Very sweet. And obviously it's the 31st today and it's not finished, but that will be, I've only got a little bit more to do. I've really not got much to do. That's the full pattern, so I've only got a tiny bit more to add, and that'll be a fully finished for next Halloween. I will pop a picture on of what it looks like with the glow in the dark ghosts. Spooky. And you can see I've carried on using metallic threads, and the only thing I don't really like is the web between Hallows Eve. I think I messed that up. I'm going to have to unpick that and do that again. So that one is, what's my fabric? Fabric Flare, Even Weave Emerald, Opalescent. It was a fabric of the month from Lakeside Needlecraft. Perfect for Halloween. And I was using Gutterman Metallics, which I've just popped down there, for the added sparkle. Not really used the called for with that one. Oh. And last but not least is my beautiful Indian Maiden, which a lot of you seem to like. I love her as well. She was my retreat stitching. So I'm talking about this lady, designed by Joan Elliott, and I've got the pattern from this book. There's an error in it. You have to get in touch with Joan if you want to stitch from the pattern in the book. There's a whole column missing down the middle of her. Or you can also buy a PDF pattern from Pole Stitches. I'll put a link below. I'll look up that and put a link below. So here is my, oh my goodness me, that's the back. Here is my progress on Indian Maiden. So I have added in feathers. Sorry about this lighting. I've added in feathers in her hair, and I have done all the back stitching on her face, which was a bit of picking and unpicking, because if you remember last time I was saying I'm doing my own thing with the back stitching on this. Really sorry, it's too dark in this room. I have finished this arm. I don't think I'd done that arm last time, and a bit more on the Crying Moon. So I feel like I made good progress at the retreat. She is ever so pretty, isn't she? Look at that. So I was really happy with my progress on her. I think I did a nice job of her face. I did chop and change it a few times. Just stitched it, just looking at it as I was doing it, really. But I'm dead happy with how her face has come out now. She's got a ton of beads to go all around here. A ton of beads all around her hair, her face. Okay, apologise about the light. What a dreary day. That's why I need to go and visit Johnny Saxon. Can't be doing with autumn and winter. Okay, so yeah, she's on stitching her on. What's it called? It's called Creationist Golden. It's a 32 count even weave from Fabric Flair, I think. She is big. She's going to take me ages. But I feel like I really need to crack on with her because I've enabled so many people who want to stitch her. So if I don't get on with it, everybody else will have finished before me. So I'm keeping her as she's the one on my Lowry stand in my living room. She's the one I like to stitch on several times in the month, and at the same time intersperse her with my other whips. So let's have a drink. Where are we at? 32 minutes. Okay, doing well. So final part today is just to show you my stitchy shopping, which has been pretty good. Obviously I've shown you the kits I've already bought. This was my box that I got in the mystery box from the No-Bam retreat. So the box makes up part of your present, and then inside we had some you had to have something purple, a chart that you wouldn't stitch, something that reminds you of Christmas, something metal, 3 of something, and something that starts with one of the letters of No-Bam. So in mine I got purple scarf was my first gift, and chart that the person that made the box for me wouldn't stitch was this one. I've never actually made a scissor fob, but I really fancy making the scissor fob from this. Hugs and Kisses Heart Sampler and Needlework Smalls by Blue Ribbon Designs by Belinda Carlsnace. So yeah, I fancy doing definitely those scissor fobs with the heart design. I think that looks very sweet and doable, and it shouldn't take me too long. So that was my chart that they wouldn't stitch. Something that reminds you of Christmas. I got this Paintbox thread pack. How lovely are those? Nice, really nice. Lovely colours. 10 lots of 50 metres, so there's a lot. So I need to figure out what I'm going to stitch with that to show. It was Zarina that actually made my box, so to show Zarina that I've used them. My metal thing was this sweet little kitty bookmark. So I've got to figure out something that I can stitch onto there. You see it's perforated. And my 3 of something was 3 candles, lovely autumn candles, which I've already used one of them up. And the letters of No-Bam was a little Mill Hill kit. Spring bouquet, little octi he's called. Little octi. With these lovely purpley beads. And there's a little shell charm in there as well, actually. So he's cute. He needs stitching up. And then the person that got my box got some Cadbury's chocolate for their something purple, and a little ribbon, pom-pom ribbon, purple pom-pom ribbon, in a little purple organza bag. Chart I wouldn't stitch. I put a few soda stitch charts in. One of them was a biscornu, Halloween biscornu, so that was quite cute. I sort of thought, oh, I'd like to stitch that. As I was putting it in, and I thought, oh, don't be silly, you've got loads. Something that reminds you of Christmas, I put in a Christmas Mill Hill Santa ornament. For metal things, I put some little charms in. I'll just put this down. Down over there. So I've got a nice little collection of charms. I got some years 2023, 2024 and 2025 to add on to finished pieces, and I got some Halloween charms at the same time, and some handmade with love charms. So I put a few of those in a little bag. So that was nice, something metal, and 3 of something. I did 3 skeins of classic colourworks in like autumny colours, and I did for the letters of Nobam, I put in, I bought a pattern off Etsy, Cute Patterns by Maria. I bought a warming sampler. Show you that one. I bought that one and put that in, as I thought, well, there's lots to like on there, and even if you don't like the whole thing, you can stitch just one of them for a little ornament, or a small or something. So that was quite sweet and autumnal. Obviously I bought that and I thought, oh, I really like that as well. But I've got enough to stitch, and I bought it for that box, so if I want to stitch it I'd have to buy it again, because I'm not okay with the sharing and worrying about poor designers with small businesses. So that was what the box I did and the box I received, which was really lovely. I love doing it. It was a lovely surprise. We just opened about a present each half an hour on the Saturday, and we all just opened them together, so you can surreptitiously watch the reaction of the person who's got your box, and they can watch you. Serena did a very good job of pretending that she knew nothing about anything that was in my box. But that was very lovely. So that was great. That was a nice bit of haul. I did receive my witch that I was talking about in the last Flosstube. It would have been lovely to added that into this month's stitching, have it done for Halloween, but alas, the eyes and the wallet can buy faster than the fingers can stitch. So, but that is lovely, and I bought the marmalade classic colourworks to go with that, and the rest of DMCs. I think I've seen someone that stitched that actually on Instagram. Looks good. What else did I get? So upstairs at the retreat there was Kate from Sparklies. So I got a piece of fabric from her. Can I put this? Oh! So I got this lovely Harvest Blush. 32 count opalescent even weave. That's pretty nice. A nice big piece, and got some nice mottling. That might even be good for that witch, but then I'm supposed to be doing all the snowmen on the linen that I've got, haven't I? So we'll see. So just one piece of fabric. I didn't go crazy. And what else did I get? I got myself a little Christmas Mill Hill house. sorry if this is dark. The little moon charm. I do like a Mill Hill kit. And then I also got this from Kate at Sparklies, this pattern. I've been meaning to make a tree on a stick for a couple of years. I've got the sticks, I've got the ideas in my head. I shall use that pattern as a base of my idea and see if I can create that by Christmas as well, because that's only a small. It's a 2017 pattern by Thistles, and when I picked it up, Kate said, "Oh, I'm glad someone's finally bought that." And then I got downstairs to my table, and all my table were going, "Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, that's really nice." I was like, oh, I was last in the queue to get upstairs to the shop. So anyway, there we go. So that's got Gentle Arts threads and DMC conversions. But I'm probably just going to do my own thing with that, I think, as I like to do. It's a good one, that. And I also bought, finally, keep looking at these, heart in hand. So I finally bought Seaside Tiny Town and Christmas Tiny Town, because I really want to stitch those. Obviously I like them all, especially the Halloween one. But given Halloween's about to be over, I missed the boat this year. And there's also little snowflakes and little beads in those. So yeah, looking forward to Seaside and Christmas. So that's another one. Can I get that done by Christmas? That might be a good one to do with the paint box threads. I can just do colourful houses along the lines of those colours, but again, do my own thing. And another chart I bought from Silver Creek Samplers. This was also... Was this Kate? Or was this... This might be Marnie's mixed bag, actually. I can't read backwards. Give greatly. Your greatness is not in what you have, but what you give. It's just really nice, isn't it? So again, that is like a doable small, isn't it? Can't see a stitch count there, but it is only a small. So if we do it on 40 count, it'd be tiny. So it won't take long at all, would it? And then I did get a few things from D-Stash Table, which is the people that have realised that they've got too much stash and they're never going to get everything stitched, versus the idiots that carry on shopping, like me, go, oh yeah, I can stitch that, I can stitch that, oh, I want to stitch that. So I picked up this one. I belong to the Cross Stitch Nation. I'm sure you've all seen it. Again, that's another one. You could do all those outfits in whatever colour you want, which I really like. And obviously lots of people have done this at some point or another, but the lady that was selling this said she hadn't stitched it and she wasn't going to, so I've bought it to stitch, or maybe not keep it in me, just as one of those that I stitch in my head and don't actually stitch in reality. And I also got this one, Christmas Eve, from A Time for All Seasons, series 12, from Cottage Garden Samplings. I liked him as well. He's good, isn't he? He was a bargain price, so yeah, it was £6. And that'll have been a £10, £11, £12 job new, won't it? And that was from Sam. Sam said, I wish I'd been a bit more sensible when I was buying things. So she also, oh, there's another piece of fabric, but she was also getting rid of this linen, what's it called? Water lily, 32 count linen, another permin. And I really like the permin linen that I'm stitching on for Capricorn. So I thought, well, I'll go for that one as well. Again, it was a bargain price at £12. You can't really complain. There was a lady that came all the way over from Italy to the retreat. So I jumped at the chance to get an Italian pattern. So I picked up this one. Love it, all the sewing motifs. Especially the girl stood on the bobbin stitching. I mean, there's nothing not to love there, isn't it? You could just stitch that on its own. So, how many have I got to stitch now so far? Too many. Sam was also getting rid of this drawn thread autumn chart, which I really liked. And I need to find a way for me to enjoy autumn a little bit more instead of getting seasonal affective disorder and just going down in the doldrums. You won't think it now, but I really don't like it when it goes dark. The clocks just went back on Sunday. Yesterday it was dark at 5:15. It's 4 o'clock now, and you can see it's never really got light today. Those are the days I like, give me some sunshine. I need to get back on my vitamin D. We also all got a little coaster made by Zarina. I've got a cute little autumn coaster, and Charisse was there from Denke Designs. She designs needle minders for each retreat. So this was the one I chose for this retreat. And in June, when I was there for June, I got that one. I also got a couple more bits from her. A needle minder and a little tin. I like a bit of Mona Lisa. She also makes these really good bead minders, if you've seen them. Sticky in the middle, and so you can just attach that to your fabric, put your beads on there, pick it up, stitch, which is brilliant. I used that when I was doing my dimensions snowflake beads instead of my French knots. They're really handy. So I've just got a small handful. Another couple of needle minders that coffee is always a good idea. Yes, I need more coffee. And I also bought a pair of scissors, because you can never have too many scissors. And this lovely little scissor charm that she's made, again with the matching coffee, is heavily required by me before I can get out of bed. With a cute little cup charm. How cute is that? So she's really good. I love her things. So she is Denke Designs, if you want to have a look. She's a lovely lady. And two more de-stash bits, some silks that Sam was also de-stashing. And there's 3 each in those packets. I thought, well, I might as well buy the 3, because if you run out, you're not going to have any more, are you? And I loved that. Those are very autumnal, aren't they? So again, that could be used for one of the patterns I've bought. And really nice purples. Yeah, so I was pleased with those. And finally, a Mirabilia de-stash bargain, Cinderella. I've loved Cinderella. Obviously, I've stitched a Cinderella before, the fairy tale Bothie threads, if you look back on my Instagram. I really like this. I don't like the colours at all. It's very dull, and I would want it more vibrant, especially the dress. So I was having a chat with another lady at the retreat, what was she called? Maria. I'll link her down below because she's done quite a lot of conversions on Max Stitch. So she was recommending Max Stitch to me, and she said it's so easy. I mean, it takes time, you know, painstaking work, but easy enough to convert, and it'll convert all the symbols for you. Try the colour out. Da, da, da. Anyway, I need to have a go. But that's my intention with that. Not anytime soon, but at some point in the future. And I really wanted this for a while. When's she from? She's only 2013. But, I mean, you never know, do you? And I don't think she's tremendously easy to get hold of. Maybe I'm making that up. Anyway, she's there for a future, and I want to do a conversion of her dress. So watch this space. With all my big ideas. So that was it. That was for all the stash I bought and the de-stash. I did de-stash a couple of little things, nothing major. I don't really like to de-stash yet. I'm not at that stage. I'm still stashing. And then another couple of things to mention. I'm so thrilled. World of Cross Stitching came yesterday, and inside they do a wishes granted page. And look what is there this time. Chocolate Labrador. I was so thrilled when I saw that. Gosh, I must have been waiting for a chocolate Labrador for about the last 6 years. I was like, oh, it's a chocolate Labrador. Look how cute he is. His little hat and his little eyes. Just like my boy. So he is getting stitched. He is tiny. There's no reason I can't do him. 30 by 30. Not even that, because it's obviously smaller than 30 by 30. But I'm stitching him. He's going in a barbel and he's going on the Christmas tree. So that's another one you need to hold me accountable to. And I thought, while I was showing you that, I might as well show you this one that I bought a little while ago. All you need is love and a dog. Love and a dog. And that I got off Etsy. Who did that? Somebody. Tiana Handmade did that. If you want to look her up. So obviously that's what I do when I stitch. It is not tiny. It's got probably loads of stitches. 121 by 197. Obviously there it's charted all as one colour. I thought I would do several shades of my dog, several shades of DMC. Didn't quite have haven't quite got that planned. Maybe blended, just random, you know, because in different light he looks all different colours. And I got a lovely fabric which would be perfect for that. I think I had the fabric long before I had the pattern. A lovely even weave with little paw prints on. Is that a 28 count? I think it's a 28 count, because I used to only buy 28 count. Oh no, it's 32. Well, it says here I specially ordered it. Oh, didn't know that I did that. I forgot. There's a fabric flare. There's a little FF. So yeah. So I thought I'd show you that at the same time as the Chocolate Labrador in this month's World of Cross Stitching, because it's about time I did some stitching of my boy. It doesn't seem to be showing his face today. I think he must be fast asleep in the other room. Gets sad when his daddy's at work. He's a daddy's boy, really. He's supposed to be my boy, but he likes other boys. They like to have a macho role model, I think. I don't fit the bill. So, I think I've managed my window. I've talked about everything. I hope you've enjoyed looking at different things today. I did a nice mix of things. I'm going to carry on working on Indian Maiden, because I really want to push on with her at the same time with all my other little projects. I'd love to see what you're all doing. It doesn't take much to enable me, inspire me, and that's part of the fun, isn't it? Looking what everybody else is stitching, what you're stitching on. That's one of the best bits about retreat, having a look at everybody else's bright ideas. So I think that's it. I need to go and decorate the front of the house and get the sweets ready for the trick-or-treaters, because lots of little kids around here that will be eagerly waiting for some sweets, and let the children come back in the kitchen because they're probably starving by now, or have not had a snack for at least an hour. I think that's all I wanted to say. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you could hear me this time. Hope you come back again. Hope I can crack on the next 3 weeks and have a little bit more stitching time, get the kids back to school. Don't think I'm going anywhere. Weather will be horrid. I'll be sat in my chair stitching. So lots of love to you all, and happy stitching. Thanks very much. Bye.